The U.S. Senate report on how CIA agents interrogated terror suspects following the September 11th attacks is finally out, revealing the extent of what critics have condemned as the agency's human rights violations. To tell us more about the story and others, Paul Lee is joining us from the News Center. Paul, there's been a firestorm of public outrage around the world over this declassified report. Let's go over some of the main points.
Well, the controversial report contains details and graphic accounts of what has been described as torture tactics, and the methods used were ineffective in obtaining useful information. This as the United Nations and human rights groups are voicing outrage over the treatment of detainees and calling for criminal prosecution of U.S. officials. Our Shin Se-min has the latest.
Forced nudity, waterboarding, sleep deprivation, and being chained down in makeshift dungeons. It sounds like something out of a horror movie, but it was reality for suspected Al-Qaeda operatives following the 9/11 attacks in the United States. These were the heavy-handed tactics carried out by members of the Central Intelligence Agency.
Detainees were often subject to harsh and brutal interrogation and treatment because CIA analysts believe, often in error, that they knew more information than what they had provided.
The summary of a report released Tuesday by the U.S. Senate Intelligence Committee shows that the CIA's interrogation methods far more brutal than previously disclosed, and that the agency was misleading Americans about what it was doing. It also found that the methods weren't even effective. This missing CIA claims the interrogation techniques had helped to secure information that eventually led to the killing of Al-Qaeda leader Osama bin Laden. The report says that piece of information was obtained before detainees were systematically tortured. The Senate Intelligence Committee also found that at least 26 of the CIA's estimated 119 detainees were wrongfully held. Known as rendition, detention, and interrogation, the interrogation program lasted until 2007. CIA Director John Brennan, in response to the Senate report, admitted that missteps were made. He said the agency had learned from its mistakes, but also took issue with the report's characterization that the detention and interrogation program was ineffective. Brennan said the interrogations produced intelligence that helped thwart attack plans, capture terrorists, and save lives. Shin Se-min, Arirang News.